I think cold approach is one of the dumbest things you could do as a man. Just going up to random women, wherever the place may be, at the bar, or restaurant, wherever the case may be, in public, cafe. Unless you're naturally incredibly extroverted, and so you're sort of air quote cold approaching everyone at that point. You talk to men on the street, you talk to women, you talk to old ladies, you talk to children, families. You don't care. That's a different thing. That's just you being extroverted, and then like, oh, you're attracted to them, and then so you get their number, you ask them out, or whatever the case may be. That's not no longer cold approach. That's just an extroverted person. But the moment you're just like, no, I'm gonna really put myself out there, and really, if I see a girl, I'm gonna approach her, I'm gonna talk to her, gonna ask her out, ask for a number, or flirt with her, or whatever the case may be. It's really stupid. Not only will it not work, it will demoralize you. I was just talking to a close friend, and he went out on a Friday night with another guy friend, and they went bar hopping, and they cold approached, and they talked to women at the bars. And I talked to him the next day, and he was just so demoralized, so depressed by the experience. And he's a good conversationalist, and he's an extroverted guy, and he likes going to bars. He went to a couple bars we've been to, and we had a great time at. But it's a totally different experience because one, you are lading it. Is that the word? You are loading it up with a lot of expectation. You're loading up the night. You're loading up each conversation, each approach with way too much expectation. You should have zero agenda, zero set of expectations beyond I'm gonna go out and have fun. Whether it's with other men, whether it's with women, whether it's with a table full of old ladies, it doesn't matter. Um, you should just go out and have fun. But if your expectation is like, no, I'm gonna go up to attractive women and specifically have fun with them, and specifically maybe get their number, and maybe turn it into a hookup, or maybe I'll date them and turn into a relationship. Da, da, da. It's like it's a crazy scheme. It Life does not work like that. Relationships of any kind, friendship, romantic or otherwise, don't work like that. Like the friends I've made, the relationships I've been in, have all been organic. I tripped and fell practically, and just sort of happened. Like there was no agenda. So it violates sort of what how socializing work and how social skills work and how people form relationships. Like relationships aren't agenda based, you know? They're not loaded up with all these crazy expectations. It's too much pressure. It's it's too an uncomfortable position to be in. If one man came up to another man and was like, "Hey, I want to be your friend. Can exchange numbers, da da da," and was like, he had this like he wanted to be your friend, but there's like all this like weird expectation and it's being forced upon you. There's a needy vibe coming off him. You'd run the other direction too. It's uncomfortable. There's something off about it. So it doesn't work in that way, right? Too much expectation, too much agenda. And another thing you have to think about too is like, okay, so you go out on a Friday, a Saturday night. What do women do on a Friday and Saturday night? Why do women go out to a bar or a club or whatever the case may be on a Friday or Saturday night? Well, they hang out with their girlfriends, right? They never go alone. They always come in pairs or usually packs. They have some drinks. They have some food. They have a good time. They have nice chatter, banter with each other. But they could do that at home, right? Why can't they? Why didn't they just have a wine night at home? Or, a wine and cheese night or a wine and order in night. Why did they have to go out in public to do that? Well, it's women love and crave validation. And there's nothing wrong with that. Women have always craved it since time immemorial. Your grandmother craved it when she was young. It's nothing to judge them over. But they really, really want and sometimes need male attention to confirm that, okay, I'm still attractive. I'm attractive. I'm desired by men. I'm desirable. We see that all the time on Instagram, TikTok, and other social media. Women post photos of them looking attractive, and men like them, and that's fine. Um, any man who's confident, any man who's in a relationship with a woman is confident and has a certain amount of experience and knows social and emotional skills, can tell the difference between a woman who's just seeking validation, which she's going to do at some point and from time to time, versus a woman who's like actually seeking to cheat on him. Like it's that difference should be night and day. Only an insecure man doesn't know the difference between those two. And so you go out as a man, if you're doing cold approach, go bar hopping, and you start approaching women on a Friday night or a Saturday night at the bar or the club. She's getting what she wants. She's getting validation, free validation. It's not much difference between that and, liking her picture on Instagram, DMing her and being, oh, you look great, da da da. It is essentially a one-sided transaction, right? So you come up to her and you start talking to her and her friends, start joking around, banter, this, that, and the third. You're giving her what she wants. And so it probably isn't going to go beyond that, right? And she'll let you validate her for, as long as you're not creepy, as long as you're not pushy, wherever the case may be, and you have a decent amount of social skills, that validation can last a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, an hour, and then it's probably, see ya. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna escalate to any kind of physical intimacy. It's not gonna escalate certainly to any kind of romantic situation or a second date or whatever the case may be. She's already kind of boxed you in this sort of label, like, oh, he's a guy that gives me validation. And by the way, she hasn't actually kind of placed a label on you. You've placed a label on yourself. Because if you're doing cold approach, you are starting from the lowliest position, right? A guy who runs around a bar or a club, approaching a bunch of women, trying to initiate conversation, is like a door-to-door salesman. It's like a guy on the street corner with flyers trying to, sell something. It is a very, very low, if not the lowest position one can conceive of. So how else is she supposed to see you? How else is she supposed to see you? You've set up the frame, you set up the situation in such a way that you're not really good at for much else beyond validation. So that's why I encourage it's better to be part of a scene, enjoy a hobby, be a part of a club or a church or a social group or wherever the case may be, where you have lots of friends and maybe you demonstrate a skill set, you demonstrate you have social value and you have a circle and a network and all these sorts of things. Then you are actually desirable. Then you're actually at the center of things, and you demonstrated value, demonstrate pre-selection, as I say, that you have social cachet. And she sees you as someone that she'll want to get to know and it has importance, rather than like essentially this hurried like salesman on the street kind of vibe that you're giving off or position that you're in. It's like this, like, Donald Trump never did cold approach. Like, all rich people don't do cold approach. People with who are high status, who have great careers, or have a lot of prestige, whatever, aren't running around doing cold approach. I mean, get real. It is because it's the lowest thing you can do, and so the only thing you can actually provide a woman is validation. So I recommend men maybe to do it once or twice, because you will come off you will be punished severely in that experience. You will be very depressed. You will feel humiliated. You will feel low. You will feel low at the experience, like you're just a nothing. And so do it once or twice and be like, okay, so that sucks. That's stupid. And then develop a better life strategy. Focus on your goals. Focus on your purpose. Um, that would be much more fulfilling, much more rewarding.